Now on a Sunday afternoon in Northern California, MLB Network has baseball from the Oakland Coliseum. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Cleveland Indians and the Oakland A's. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Brett Anderson gets the ball for Oakland in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
At the plate, Leonis Martin. And we are ready for some daytime
Leading off
baseball.
the afternoon for Cleveland, the designated hitter, Leonis Martin.
Here comes the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Hey, this is a big one here, Matty. You know what, Dero? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about it.
Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Hey, I know everybody was on their toes right there from the pitcher to the defensive side. The leadoff hitters are known for this. Find ways to beat the ball into the ground and beat it out and get on base. Now they have to keep him in check. Let's see if they hold the runner close.
Now in the box, Carlos Gonzalez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Gonzalez, commonly known as Cargo. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
They come out of the gates being aggressive at the plate, and it's paid off for them. A single and now a double. Runners at second and third with all kinds of momentum on their side. A base hit scores too. We'll see if they can cash them in.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. The average sitting right at 270 on the year. 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. The 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, what a dive. Just late. He's safe. An exceptional effort comes up just short, and now the bases will be loaded.
To say this game has not started the way the pitcher wanted it to would be an understatement, to say the least, but he can't worry about the mistakes he made here. He just has to get himself out of it. Easier said than done as the cleanup man steps in next.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Francisco Lindor, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Here's the first pitch now from Anderson. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop up, strikeout. Something to get you back in this inning.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Martin at third, Gonzalez on second, Ramirez at first with no outs.
As a pitcher right there, do not be surprised if he throws the same exact pitch. He was lucky to foul that one off.
The 0-2 once more. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Pinder going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the run will score as the Tribe strikes first to lead it 1-0.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin as he hits one on a line to left field. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
Here's Carlos Santana now as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Line to the right side. Piscotty has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Indians forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Tribe lead this one 1-0. Shane Bieber will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Stepping up now, Marcus Semien. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Marcus Semien.
First offering on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
The 3-1 pitch finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there,
and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. You know, he's driving in a lot of runs. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 350. That tells me he thrives in those moments. He enjoys it. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to perform with runners on base in this one.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's yet to get into the hit column in the series. 0 for 7. First pitch of the at-bat. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, you know, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Throwing to second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Got it.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1-2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution. Was nice.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Hit on the ground out to short. Lindor is up with it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Chris.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, some would say no harm done with that wild pitch, right? But I disagree. The runner's now 90 feet away from scoring. An infield single, a booted ball, and he crosses the plate. That might not be the case if he were still on second.
Ready with the 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Gonzalez has a read on it. And the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. They're down 1-0. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Kipnis.
Here comes the first pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. windup and the 0-1. Sinker gets the outside for a strike. Kipnis, or Kip for short. He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And Kipnis is going to reach on a base hit.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes five. That makes 5 hits already for these guys.
Luplow.
In now, Jordan Luplow, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Comes in here right at 260. 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Now a long throw to third, and he will beat the throw. It's second and third now with nobody out.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Into the box now, Roberto Perez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Hit hard down the right field line.
But this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Sinking liner toward up. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Row, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Here's Leonis Martin. Pulled toward right center field. Piscotty will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at multi-dimensional Jurickson Profar. This guy at one point was the #1 prospect in all of baseball. Hasn't come to fruition the way we would have liked, but he is constantly grinding, the ability to play multiple positions and hit from both sides of the plate.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and standing in, the right fielder Carlos Gonzalez. From the stretch, runners on the move for second. Hit back up the middle. Simeon's there, and there's out number 2.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Stepping in, Jose Ramirez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Perez stands at second with 2 gone. The 2-1. Swinging a ball lifted into straightaway center. Laureano is after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Indians lead it 3-0. So digging in now, Matt Olson set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
Now the 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Chad Pinder is on deck. Let's see what they throw Olson on a 3-1 count. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. In there, and it's full 3-2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground at first. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of his zone. Grab your glove and flash some leather.
Now batting, Chad Pinder. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big time power at the plate.
Stepping into the box, Ramon Laureano. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Runner at first here, one man out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is a slider that misses below the zone. 3-2 to the A's center fielder.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass
Batting
right there. He was tempted with
baseman.
some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
So runners at first and second here with one away, and Jurickson Profar will be the next to bat. First delivery to him on the way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Drew Butera.
Next up for the A's, Drew Butera. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Naquin's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. A's strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning.
Lindor.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken down and in for a ball. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Grounded to short. Taken in by Simeon. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So one gone in the inning now, and it's time for a look at the standings in the AL West. You just see where the A's find themselves entering play here today. In now for Cleveland, Tyler Naquin, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit hard on the ground to second. On to first, and it's a fine start to the inning for Anderson. 2 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Ready for another chance, Carlos Santana. First pitch on its way. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike. Two out, nobody on. This is on the ground over to first. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe, but they're on top by a count of 3-0.
We're back now as the A's are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. They enter this game as one of the best run-producing teams in baseball and one of the better teams at avoiding the dreaded double play ball, which certainly contributes to their ability to keep rallies alive. One of their hitters told me, "We do a good job going after our pitches, not the ones the guy on the mound wants us to roll over on." Now, that's easier said than done, of course, but it's a big key to their offensive success, Matt.
Leading off for the A's, the shortstop, Marcus.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Now the 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Wow, that was a pretty good 2-strike slider right there. I think that would fool them, and the umpire, too.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Naquin going back on it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. So with one away, time for a check in the American League Central Division as you get a look there at where the Indians find themselves in the race. One gone for the A's here in the third. And up next, the power-hitting third baseman, Matt Chapman. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And there's the first strike. 2-1.
I love that pitch right there. An aggressive fastball that catches the corner. The hitter knew it was coming and still couldn't do anything with it.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. the air toward the line and right. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on.
Line drive snagged on a short hop.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now
oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Digging in to try it again, Stephen Piscotty. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball. Now the 1-1 pitch. It is a fastball and off the plate for a ball. Hit to short. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. A's are gone in order. Still down 3-0. Riding in once again, Jason Kipnis singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Here's the first pitch now from Anderson. Now Anderson right back after it here as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1. Pitch on the way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes. And now the count is 2-2.
Ground ball right side. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The left fielder, number 8, Jordan Luplow.
Digging in, Jordan Luplow. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Laureano ranging back to the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Well, you can't fault the center fielder's efforts there. He tried to track it down, but I don't think he had much of a chance to get there. His teammates will eventually help him out, but by that time, he's safely at third.
Stepping in now, Roberto Perez. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. The 0-1 pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Ready with the 0-2. This is flared out towards second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Leonis Martin.
Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Leonis Martin. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Hard liner to center field. Laureano will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Indians on top, 4-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis.
Leading off, 48.
Set to lead us off in the home
the
half of the
designated
4th
hitter.
inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. And there's 1 away.
The batter, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball in there for a called strike.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
And 2 count. Here's the pitch. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for Oakland, the left fielder, Chad Pinder.
And that brings up Chad Pinder. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Drilled to the left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with guys. And that's exactly what happened right there.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 1 home run and 14 driven in. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate. 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
Here it comes, 0-2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
1-2.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Hit hard to short. Fielded cleanly. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. The A's strand 1. They trail here 4-0. Ready now, Carlos Gonzalez. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
7, Carlos Gonzalez.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here for Carlos Gonzalez. Home run number 2 for him on the year as the Indians have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
And as we take another look at that one on Show Track, the story behind that home run was speed, and the speed with which it was launched off the bat. Didn't have a ton of height on it, but 113 miles an hour, an impressive exit velocity.
Now
standing in now, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
As he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit.
Boy, Dero, he's not missing very many barrels so far in this one. That is back-to-back bullets and another base hit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There was this banner that hung in the Texas Rangers clubhouse back in the day that said, hit or get left behind. That's exactly what this offense is doing.
So here's Francisco Lindor now as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He hit a sac fly earlier. The 1-0 home. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
In now, Tyler Naquin, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ramirez over at second. Lindor on at first with nobody out. Line down the left field line, but this will be foul. Line toward right center. Laureano is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
So now Carlos Santana. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 count. Here it is. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Strike called. 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. 5 runs, 11 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. And the payoff pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Dero. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit where vacated where the first baseman, if he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
Into the box, Jason Kipnis, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Still only 1 out in the inning. This is on the ground over to first. 1 there. And the return will pull the first baseman off the bag, so they'll just settle for the 1 out.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Stepping into the box, Jordan Luplow. He bats here with a double and a triple on his line in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes at him with the slider there. He gets the strike. 3 runs already home here. Swing and a liner. Foul. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Flip of his glove for 1. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. Cleveland's out in front, 7-0. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said the high pitch count they've run up is a result of a lot of great battles at the plate by his guys, and he's not wrong. So far, they've worked 5 full counts in their at-bats.
Thank you, Heidi. Here's Jurickson Profar. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball's a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
On its way is pitch number 75. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Luplow on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The catcher,
so
number
still
41.
Nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. Into the box now, Drew Butera. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Bases are empty. 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gonzalez on the run, but this will land untouched. Fastball just inside.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
To the top of the order now. And up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Semien. First pitch on its way. In there, strike 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is going to find the alley as it heads out toward Mount Davis for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Coming Stepping to the plate now, Matt Chapman. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1.
Count 1-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Sent out to straightaway center field, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport. So they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. He is Merrill Petit. Gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Use Merrill.
At the plate, Roberto Perez. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Leading off for Cleveland.
He's set and the pitch.
Roberto.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Number 2, designated hitter, Leonis Martin.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Leonis Martin. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Hit out towards second. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. So a ground ball single up the center of the diamond makes it 2 hits for him on the afternoon. And there you see the Tribe leaderboard in that category as he currently ranks 2nd best on the ball club. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. In previous matchups with Merrill Petit, he carries a .308 batting average. He also has 1 home run. First delivery to him on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Ball 1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Fouled off. Martin, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Now another 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss by Gonzalez as he's a strikeout victim here. 2 away.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 1 left for the Tribe, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Now at the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Two and 1. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Back goes Gonzalez. And this will get all the way to the wall now. Around second. He's on his way to third. The relay. And he's out at third. Might have gotten a little greedy that time.
To me, that was just way too big of a risk.
Hitter.
If you're leading off an inning and you've already got 2 bases easily, pull up and pat yourself on the back. You're already into scoring position, but now they've got nothing to show for the leadoff extra base hit.
Stepping in now, Chris Davis, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now the 1-0. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to left. Number 11 for him on the season. And they're now on the board, though still well behind. No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did. Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 1 out into the 6th inning, but he'll leave with the lead and was effective in this one.
Your
Nick
attention,
Whitgren
please.
is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Number 62, Nick Whitgren. Now batting.
In now, Matt
the
Olson.
first baseman,
As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And it's 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
One, 2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Luplow ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the left fielder, Chad Pinder.
So stepping in, Chad Pinder. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
0-1 the count. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. 2 out, nobody on. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
That's ball.
3-1 now.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
The 3-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
3-2.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Now batting, number 22.
Digging in, Ramon Laureano. Here comes the first pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 home is taken high above the zone. Pinder leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 2-2 offering. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Popped up. Santana on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. The A's strike for one on the solo homer. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's the Indians 7 and the A's 1. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there. No balls and a strike. Just got the corner that time with a fastball. Strike 2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Sent on the ground out to second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Up next for Cleveland, the center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
1 out now for the Indians in their 7th, and into bat next it'll be Tyler Naquin. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 0-2. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Popped him up. Olsen has room in foul territory. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Into the box, Carlos Santana. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 0-2 once more. Just hung in there on that one. The next 0-2. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it. Pinder makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Indians go down 1-2-3. They're on top 7-1. Leading off the inning, Jurickson Profar.
Leading off for
and
the
they'll
A's,
need him to get something
the
going
second
here.
baseman.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike.
Objective number one right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Lindor will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
The batter, the catcher, Drew Butera.
Stepping up to the plate, Drew Butera, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Weekly hit to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Marcus Semien. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now here it comes. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
The 0-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Gonzalez has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. They're down 7-1. J.B. Wendelken enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 57.
Standing in, Jason Kipnis. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
Jason Kipnis.
Here comes the first pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. One and one the count now. Now here it comes. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo homer here for Jason Kipnis. 8th home run on the season for him, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
The left fielder, number 8, Jordan
Standing in now, Jordan Luplow. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Base is empty here with nobody out. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Profar is there. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Roberto Perez.
At the plate, Roberto Perez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 2.
So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Leonis Martin. Couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. One for the Indians on the home run by Kipnis. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the Indians 8 and the A's 1. Now at the plate, Matt Chapman. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Third baseman.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Up next for Oakland.
8-1 our score as you look at our in-game line score. This one pretty much all over but the shouting. Into the box now. Stephen Piscotty is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Into the box now, Chris Davis, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. And he'll be trying to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Striding in, Carlos Gonzalez.
Leading off,
he went deep back in the 5th.
The right fielder, number 7, Carlos Gonzalez.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose.
Ladies
Ryan Buchter comes on the pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 52, Ryan Buchter.
First pitch on its way. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 is called a strike, down and in. Yeah. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2 misses, ball 2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Stepping in now, Jose Ramirez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Comes back with the cutter and gets it by him. 1-1 now. The 1-1 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Laureano giving chase. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. And it remains an 8-1 ball game.
Your
Nick
attention,
Goody,
please.
the 5'11" right-handed
Now
reliever, enters to
Cleveland.
take over on the mound now.
Number 44, Nick Goody.
Striding into the box, Matt Olson starting things for his side.
Leading
in
off
the
for
ninth
the
as
A's,
they face the
first
improbable
baseman,
odds of trying to
Matt
come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. That misses 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Now the 2-0 home is in there for strike one. Now the 2-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Naquin going back to the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in a game, he wants to
Now
get that
batting,
first strike
left
so
fielder.
bad that he
Yeah.
serves one up, and that's exactly what
Pinker.
happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
Into the box, Chad Pinder, as he grounds one briskly to short. Lindor gloves it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, number 22.
Now to the plate, Ramon Laureano. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Kipnis. Down to first. And now the A's are down to their final out.
Up next for Oakland, the second baseman, Jurickson Profar.
So last chance here, and stepping in, Jurickson Profar. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
Your attention,
Canna
please.
will be charged with the job of getting that guy home, as he'll pinch
Number
it with
20,
2 gone and a runner at third.
Canna.
Nope.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. In his career, Canna is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. 1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Canna, 30 years of age. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Olson on third with 2 out. Last strike now for Oakland. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. Cleveland jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Shane Bieber earned his 5th win of the year. Brett Anderson allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game: for the victorious Cleveland Indians, 8 runs on 14 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please drive home safely.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, the Indians amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the A's in Oakland 8-1. As of today, the A's sit in second place in the American League West, and the Indians are leading the Central Division. The Mariners went deep 4 times as they took down the Red Sox on the road 16-6. Heading into the day, the Red Sox sit in second place in the American League East Division, while the Mariners sit in third place in the American League West Division. The Baltimore Orioles knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Angels 5-4. In the standings, the Orioles are in last place in the AL East, while the Angels are in third place in the AL West. George Springer had 3 hits on the day, leading the Stros to a win over the Rangers 5-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in triples. Entering the day's action, the Astros are leading the AL West, while the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. The Rays completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the win in extras against the Bronx Bombers 5-4. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. As of today, the Rays sit in third place in the American League East Division, while the Yankees are atop the division. The White Sox totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 5-4. Heading into the day, the Blue Jays sit in fourth place in the American League East Division, while the White Sox are in second place in the AL Central. The Royals halted their 6-game losing streak as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 8-5. As of right now, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division, and the Phillies sit in first place in the National League East Division. The Minnesota Twins combined to allow only 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 2-0. Entering the day's action, the Twins are in third place in the AL Central, and the Tigers are fourth in the division. Edwin Diaz won his first game of the season as the Mets were winners over the Marlins 4-2. As of today, the Mets sit in fourth place in the National League East Division, and the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. The Chicago Cubs brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they got the best of the Brewers at home, 12-5. They stayed hot with their 10th in a row. In the standings, the Cubs are in first place in the NL Central, while the Brewers are third in the division. Miles Michaelis grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping the Cards pass the Buccos 3-2. He is among the NL leaders in shutouts. As of right now, the Cardinals sit in last place in the National League Central Division, and the Pirates are 4th in the division. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 3-1. Heading into the day, the Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West, while the Braves are in 2nd place in the NL East. The Rockies held their opponent to just 2 hits as they bested the visiting Padres 2-1. At the start of the day, the Rockies are atop the NL West, while the Padres are 3rd in the division. The Dodgers finished off the 4-game sweep as they bested the visiting Nats 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Dodgers sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, while the Nationals sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. The Cincinnati Reds finished off a 3-game sweep as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 2-1. In the standings, the Giants are in last place in the NL West, while the Reds sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.